So CBS Knoxville was in town the other day, and one of the questions that the producer had asked me was, Carolyn, how are you so confident? He goes, you know, you're confident not just according to Indian standards, but you're confident even according to American standards. You're a very confident woman. And the question shocked me. You know, I gave him some answer that first came to my mind, and I was like, oh, you know, I'm confident because I make it a priority to surround myself with people who build me up, people who encourage me, people who really kick my tail to be a better woman, to serve, to grow and stuff like that. And that is the truth. I don't really wake up confident, or I don't really wake up declaring confidence. But there are times I actually have to build up confidence. I have to be like, okay, I am going to be confident now. And two situations that really create this opportunity for me are, one, I create a situation of confidence when I need to serve others. So, you know, sometimes we walk into the bakery and there's tons of people and there's nowhere to sit, and I need to be confident just because it's not about me. It's about me serving others. And that's a time where I just tell myself, okay, Carolyn, get your act together because this is not about you. And a story I share with you is once, you know, I was at my cousin's house and I had gone running, and I walked back in and the room was full of people. And you know, I go into my little cave and I'm like, oh my gosh, let's run to my room and just hide there. But what I did was, I had a choice. I could just hang out in my room and wait till everybody was gone, or I could actually go down and connect with people. And so once I made that decision to get past myself and to go connect with people, I walked down and I asked myself this question. I said, Carolyn, what can you do to help them? And I was watching, and you know, people were getting served tea and eating cookies and just chatting, and automatically, you know, I just got into my Carolyn is serving right now, and I began to serve coffee, get people sugar, get the cookies out, whatever I could possibly do, I began to do it. Another time I need confidence is when I really need it for myself. I think this example will best share my story. Is when I go to the gym, you know, initially I used to love the gym and then I hated the gym because, you know, I travel a lot and people would be like, oh my gosh, Carolyn, you lost weight. Or they'd be like, oh, Carolyn, you put on weight. It really pissed me off because I was like, they don't even know. It was never, Carolyn, how are you? How have you been? Are you well? I mean, there was no heart-to-heart connection. It was always a judgment. It was always, how can I criticize this girl? And I realized, one, that I was inflicting this accusation on me because I was attracting it. Every time I'd walk in, I'd be like, okay, who's going to criticize me now? So I walked in expecting for people to criticize me. So I went through a phase where I put earphones on and just zone out. And then I began to walk into a confidence of, okay, I'm with all these people who are just going to judge me, and I don't want to deal with their judgment. So now my responsibility was to take care of myself. And it's funny because people are like, oh, Carolyn, you've gotten so arrogant, you've gotten so confident. You know, now you started the bakery and it's all like Carolyn's zone. And honestly, I had to get to that zone to protect myself from all negative talk or just gossip. They weren't criticizing or judging me, they're criticizing or judging someone else. And I really had to protect myself. But you know what I realized since that time is that my confidence really comes from my mom. And it's funny I say that because ever since I was a little girl, my mom had always instilled this belief in me, this hardcore inner belief in me that I could do whatever I wanted to do. I could be any person I wanted to be, and there was nothing that was stopping me. And this hardcore faith, this inner confidence or inner strength that I had was really what enabled me. It was really this inner faith that I had that there was nothing that could possibly stop me. If you didn't have a mom who just, you know, pressed this into your hardcore being, you can teach yourself that, which I had to do eventually because everything broke down in me and I really had to learn how to be confident again. And that was when I did these two things. I began, one, when it wasn't about me, to begin to serve others. And then the second thing was, when it was about me, I began to really circle myself, really protect myself so that everything that was going into my zone, into what I wanted, was protected. I took care of me. And so if you are working on your confidence today, try these things. 1, serve others. 2, protect yourself. And 3, maybe you don't have someone who's instilled this in you, but you can do this for you. Tell yourself that there is nothing that you can't do. Tell yourself that you are equipped with all that you need so that you can be successful.